y'all. Hope it's good in the neighborhood. Sit down, relax, grab your favorite mug, because we're about to serve you some Quali-Tea.
What's up, guys? Hope everything's going well. You're here with Lexi Brown.
Kenny Parker.
Hope y'all are doing good. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you'll stick with us throughout our podcast. This first segment is going to be Hydration for Hope. So just a little bit of motivation. Hope you guys are having a great start to your first semester for some of you, and then others as well who've been doing this. We know it's a new year, new goals, new Year's resolutions, 2020 vision. We're all about it, baby. Ain't that right, Kenny?
You right. Yeah, I know it's hard out here for y'all, especially my seniors. Shout out to this senior sem paper. We're all struggling, but it's okay because everything's going to be great. 2020, the vision is clear. Shout out to my man's Dr. Free.
Yeah, that'll juniors. Shout out to us because that'll be us next year. You know what I'm saying?
I have a feeling y'all are going to take this and just kill it because you've seen your former struggle and y'all aren't going to be the same way. Y'all got brains. I definitely feel that y'all are going to be like, okay, we're going to get this done like a month in advance over break. Y'all got the study groups ready. It's going to happen for y'all.
So to put that in like real college student terms, what she actually means is we're going to wait till the last minute to even look at that paper and then freak out that we haven't even started yet. Like, oh my God, I haven't done it yet. I got to do this whole portfolio WordPress thing. And everyone's like, how many pages have you written?
Y'all, please seek out your like IT heavy friends because this website is LOL, no joke. So it's a lot of confusing pages and editing and dropping things in and you're like, what? And yeah, that's really it. So get that done early. Don't do it. The last minute procrastination is wrong.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. We went on a little tangent for us juniors and seniors. Seniors, my wishes go out to you guys. I really hope you push through it. You're great.
Sheds tear.
But for our podcast, we're going to be talking about so many things. We're going to have a wide variety of topics, and we would even love some suggestions. If there's some things you guys want to hear us talk about, anything like good music, movies, even social issues, might be a little touchy.
LOL.
But we're here for it. This is for you guys, and we would love to talk about anything and everything under the sun.
Absolutely.
But for our first segment, once again, like I said, hydration for hope, a little motivation for y'all, a little inspiration. We're going to give you some tips on how you can attack this new year. What are the pros of a fresh start, and what are the cons even? All right? So, Kenny, let me ask you something. How was your New Year's? How was your 2020 celebration?
Do you want, like, the truth, or...
I feel like it'd be wrong not to tell the truth.
To be honest, I actually had, like, something medical going on, so I spent the new year on, like, ice packs, but I was still getting lit. I was like, okay, gonna watch one of my favorite movies, Cats Don't Dance. It's one of the best cartoons ever, but yeah, I was just chilling on some ice packs, watching that movie, but I was still getting turned watching everybody else's story, so... And, you know, you always got to close out 2019 with one of those iconic snap threads I like to put up for anybody that follows me on Snap. Y'all already know. But yeah, I mean, had I not had that happen, obviously, I probably would have been, like, out with my friends, eating pizza, doing something, you know. We're a dry campus, so I, of course, would not have been drinking. Yeah, never that.
What's drinking?
What's alcohol?
For the record, Kenny is 21.
Yes. Thank God. Anyway, but yeah, honestly, I think I spent the majority of my New Year's just being thankful that I am around to see 2020, because you think about all these actors and famous people and even regular people that you know, and one minute they're here and the next thing they're gone, and, you know, it's no different with you. So, you know, I was very happy that I was able to see a new decade, the Roaring 20s. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Kurt.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I never really do anything for the new year that much, but I did have work.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that was, you know, I work
Getting
at Jersey
that
Mike's.
money.
Yeah, getting that money, you know, going into 2020 with the same hardworking mindset always. But I want to know, in your opinion, Kenny, what are the pros to a new year? You know, we're always hearing, oh, New Year's resolution, new year, new me. We see it everywhere on social media. We hear it from our friends, even family. And what are the pros of those things to you, in your opinion?
To be honest, I don't think that New Year's resolutions should exist. Honestly, is no new year, new you. You the same you that was in 2019 coming into 2020. I think instead of having a New Year's resolution, thinking that everything is a blank slate, it's your year for self-improvement. Take what all of your struggles were in 2019 and use 2020 as your year to consistently improve on those things. I think that when people try and like just throw everything about 2019 or whatever year came before out, you kind of set yourself up to be caught up in the same stuff that you were doing, and then, oh yeah, 2021 is my year for sure. No, you don't have to skip all the way to the next year, because we are going to use 2020 as our year for building. We don't have to tear everything down and throw it away just because we see a new decade or a new year or whatever coming up. We have to embrace the fact that sometimes we have baggage. And sometimes we have to open up that baggage, take them clothes out that you thought you were never going to see again, unfold them, iron them out, fold them back up, and put them in the drawer, because we are full-grown adults. And y'all know that sometimes you cannot let some stuff go. So, honestly, if you believe in New Year's resolutions, hoorah, I support you 100%. But to be honest, I think that people should really start embracing the fact that self-improvement is nothing to be ashamed of. Self-improvement is what turns us into the people that we actually enjoy being. And I personally think that self-improvement is a mindset that people should adapt, not just for the new year, but for their life in general. You know, it keeps you from dwelling on failure, because everybody at some point in their life is not going to be able to do something, not going to be able to be something, and not going to be able to get something that they want. But if you have it set in your mind that that's not going to stop you and that you're going to do something better to get something better, then there's no way anything can stop you, ever. That's the tweet.
Well, thank you. That's good knowledge. You know, I'm sip sip. I like that. Now, for people who agree with Kenny and Kenny herself, y'all can just shut your ears for a second, because this is for the people who like a new year, new me. For me, I think the benefits of a new year, you know, I do agree that it's still the same me coming in. Like, 2019 me is still 2020 me. Like, no lie about that. Mm-hmm. But I do like the idea that we make it into this whole blank slate, fresh start. This is a new year, new mm-hmm. me. Because, you know, if I put it in the college aspect, say last semester, it was a wild ride, mm-hmm. lots of stuff, lots of mistakes, lots of lessons learned.
Ooh, child.
You know, it's just, woo, Chile.
Got a little hot.
It's, you know, I like the idea that 2020, I can just forget about 2019. Mm-hmm. Not forget about it, but forget about, you know, the struggles I went through. Because I'm like, all right, it's a fresh start. Mm-hmm. Here we go, blank slate. I'm going to take what happened in 2019. I'm going to use that to learn and kind of, you know, navigate my way through this year and this semester almost. Mm-hmm. But I also just like the fact that New Year's, you know, it's a holiday, right? But I like it that's like kind of like a little tradition. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a tradition we do that we're like, new year, new me, you know. Shoot, I'm going to keep saying it.
Twitter's
but you know.
Favorite quote.
Twitter's, follow me on Twitter, guys, at YoungLB. My last tweet was new year, new me, but don't worry about it. But I really like the idea of it. I think the whole idea of it is just cool. It's just something we do. And do I believe that we follow it a lot of times? No, not one bit. I don't think so. But I do like it. And I just think the pros of it is that you can kind of just, if you had a really bad year, mm-hmm. I mean a full long bad year, which I hope you didn't, but you might, and just toss it out. You're like a flash drive, you know, you have no more storage. Let's just throw that one away, hide it. And let's
that was such a good analogy, though. That was really good.
You like that, you know, young metaphors and analogies around here. But yeah, you can just plug in a new flash drive and let's start it. And I know some of you are like, yo, who still uses flash drives when we have Google
everything
Docs?
Up in the cloud?
You know, don't worry about that. You leave that up to me. Now let's talk about the cons of this whole new year, new me thing. Like, what could be a negative side of a new year, honestly? Like,
y'all be acting brand new. I I know you knew me 2 weeks ago when we were down at the store looking for candy to buy. Just because 2020 then rolled its way around don't mean that when you walk by me, you could just roll your eyes, breathe hard, and then move on. No, I'm still here. I still exist, and I would like to be acknowledged. I think that a lot of times when people adapt to that new year, new me mindset, they just want to cut everybody out of their life. And I mean, you got to hold on to some relationships. I'm not saying that everybody cuts everybody out. You know, there's that one guy or that one girl that you said, I'm going to stop messing with. And, 2020, new year, new me. And you really can't cut them out. But then you really decide that this is your slate. You just have to let things roll out their own natural way. When you decide to just cut things off like that, you might stop yourself from very good opportunities. Even if you weren't trying to heal, you can at least have the closure that you wanted to get out of that relationship. Cutting things off abruptly never usually works out for anything unless you're trying to get like a loose string off your shirt. But even then, sometimes when you try and cut that thing off abruptly, when you try and yank it and then your shirt end up like pulling and getting smaller and smaller, remember that, because that's what it is sometimes when you try and cut things off out of nowhere. Just like that one person who you were driving behind decided to cut you off and get over in that lane real quick because they knew that it was going to merge when you kept going. But they just decided they were going to ride it out. And that's irritating, right? As crap. And so, remember when you do things like that, cutting things off is not always the answer. And I'm not saying that's the only thing that people with the new year, new me mindset adopt, but it's one of the biggest things to just, take everything and just stop it where it's at. Sometimes things just need to roll out, your brakes just happen to get cut, like in a Lifetime movie. You don't just keep riding down the hill. You move over to the side in an area that's, clear, and you let those wheels ride out. You don't just jump out of the car unless you have to.
I mean,
usually people don't, at least they don't in the Lifetime movies. Yeah, but anyways, just take the time to let some things come to the end that they're supposed to come to. You don't have to cut everything off right in its tracks. Sometimes those tracks can be used to build better tracks. So you need to be able to see what was so that you can see where you're going.
Look at this young professor right here. Oh my God.
Got that PhD.
Are you going to post this PowerPoint on Canvas? Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
But no, that's really cool. I definitely agree with that. Like, there's definitely some relationships that people are just like, oh, I'm going to cut it off right now. And I know dang well some of you are sitting there saying that, but that person just texted you, and you know what you just did? You replied. You replied, and it's fine.
Oh,
you'll get there. But for me, I think anything negative about New Year and this whole idea of New Year, New Me, I just think changes, really. It can be hard to make changes. It can even be hard to, like, come up with, like, goals and stuff.
Yeah.
They might be hard to accomplish, or, you might not think, you might come in with the same attitude in the new year, like, oh, well, last year was awful, so why isn't this year probably going to be awful too?
Right.
So I think it can just be a little negative in that sense for some people that, they got big changes that they want to happen, but just not sure they can make happen.
Right.
Or just the idea of changes in general, like, why we got change? Like, why is it got, I don't understand. Yeah, like I said, I just think changes can be difficult for people, and some people don't like the thought of changes. Some people don't even like the thought of having to make a New Year's resolution at all. Especially people with the mindset like, it's not a new year, new me. I'm still the same me, so not worried about changing anything.
Yeah.
And I think that could just be one of the things about it. So just depend on how you view it. That's really how you're going to go about it. Which kind of leads us into the next thing. This is for anybody, but especially, Bridgewater students, especially freshmen, my incoming students. I know the ride has probably been all sorts of wild for each and every one of you in your own way.
Yeah.
And even people anywhere else, say if you start a new job or, a new sports team or just tried a new club or anything, just, your first time in general, I'm pretty sure it's been a wild ride. So, like, what are some tips that you would give someone for the new year and how we can navigate through it to have a positive outcome if we had a tough time in 2019? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, if you had a tough time in 2019 and you are really trying to revamp yourself this year, start finding ways that you are able to self-care. That is my number one tip, because A lot of times we have a hard time in the years that we're going through just because we don't make enough time for ourselves. And we're in a day and time where being busy off the 25/8 is a very regular and very, what some people think, natural thing. And that is nowhere near true. We should be taking time out, even if you have to sit in the quiet and just let your thoughts try and organize themselves out. That is self care. Whatever self care may look like for you, take the time out for yourself to do that, because you cannot be your best self if you don't take care of yourself. The way to really optimize your year is to take care of yourself so that you can go out and do bigger, better, and better things. Join that team that you wanted to join. Go after those clubs and organizations that you were trying to get into to build up your resume. Go ahead and decide to be a student ambassador. I'm name dropping because y'all know that's my organization. Y'all should do that. Anyway, but
they still haven't gotten back to me yet, but I'm waiting on it.
It's okay, because we're going to hit you up. That's right.
Yeah, it's my 2020 vision, y'all. Stay tuned, because
it's still in the works. But no, just utilize that self-care that you are reaching towards as your basis for reaching towards other things that you know that you want to do. Apply to that job when you are in that right state of mind and you know you can sit down and fill out that application. If you need a break during the application, take one too. Take 3 sips of water, get you some Scooby snacks, and sit your behind down, and then you can get right back to it. Take some time out to really realize that you matter just as much as the things you do matter. That is a key piece of advice. That's a key piece of advice for people who aren't freshmen. So, y'all, 2020 is the year for self-care. If we're seeing this vision as clear as everybody's saying we are, we need to see right in the direction of where our self-care is at, because we're still blind if we're not taking care of ourselves. We're looking past the one thing that we actually need to be seeing. You are at level 0. Everything you're going to do is going to be half of what it could be. But if you're even at 50, you can be doing something that's twice as good as 50. And that's 100%. Take care of yourself, because you and everything else that you do are contingent upon how you are doing. Your body cannot run anywhere if it does not have energy. You need to give yourself that energy.
Sip on that. Sip right on that. With your metal straw. Sip on it.
We're going to help the turtles.
No, that's definitely great advice. I definitely say that's probably one of the biggest things I've learned since coming to college, just self-care for sure.
Absolutely.
It's a big thing. You never realize how important yourself is. And I think that's kind of sad that we have to say that, like, I don't even focus on myself that much. I'm too busy doing everything else that I forget about me and what I need.
Yep.
And that's a big thing. That's hard to do with so many things going on. It's life, You can't just always put yourself first, but I think we forget it so much that we just don't at all, and we forget to take care of ourselves. So I definitely like that and appreciate that advice, and I definitely say, listen to that. Take care of yourself. Do whatever self-care looks like for you, for sure. But I think my advice for navigating this new 2020 year and coming up with that vision, really, I think just try. That's my biggest thing. I know, a lot of things happen. There's a lot of struggling out there, a lot of lessons that happen, but try.
Absolutely.
College is hard. That new job is hard. That club is a lot of work. There's a lot of things going on. Even if you're not in school, you're doing anything else, whatever it is, whatever you want or whatever you're trying to navigate through, the only thing I can really do is tell you to just try, push it. If you mess up or if it doesn't work out, doesn't mean, it wasn't meant to be. It just means try harder or, find another route, really. This is the navigation we're looking at. And I also really am big on, it's not worth it if it's not going to make you happy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because happiness is my number one thing, and it looks different for everybody. Whatever that happiness is going to bring you, whatever you want to reach, do what you have to do to get there.
Absolutely.
And, enjoy the process. I'm telling you, everything I've learned, all the mistakes I've made, have made me who I am today. And I know 2020, I'm going to continue making the mistakes.
Ball out.
But yeah, shoot. I'm going to keep shooting,
Go off.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, all
okay.
right? I'm about 1 for 38 right now, but I ain't even mad, because guess what? I got one. I got one.
That's the important part.
Because I'm out here trying, all right? I'm trying.
With a capital T.
With a capital T. I'm trying. But no, in all seriousness, do what's going to make you happy. And if it's not going to make you happy, well, then it's not worth it. And then always try,
Mm-hmm.
You can't live life if you don't try.
Exactly.
You can't, do the things you want to do without trying. You're not going to be successful in school. You're not going to be successful in that job. It can't happen if you don't try.
Effort is more important than the product itself.
And, relating this back to, what you were saying, Kenny, is, self-care. Try to give yourself some self-care,
You got to try in everything you do. You got to try to get up to get to that 8 a.m.
You've
got to try to put that backpack on as heavy as it may feel when you are half asleep. Trying is key. You got to try to walk all the way from Blue Ridge over to McKinney. I know it hurts, but you know what? You've got to try.
I know what y'all thinking. Nah, Florida, McKinney. Mm-hmm. You hate to see it, but you know what you did? You tried.
You did. You tried. And you know what? When you get to that top step of McKinney, you can take that deep breath, because I know them stairs are killer, and you can say, I tried. But then you can say that you succeeded because you made it there.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Sip on that. Sip on it. Good luck with the 2020 vision, y'all. Y'all got it. Y'all are great. Ain't that right, Kenny?
Absolutely. I have nothing but faith in each and every one of you. My heart is exploding with how much I believe in all of y'all. And I'm saying that with no sarcasm. I'm 100% serious. Y'all are the key to making everything that you want and everything that you need happen. That's it.
Hold on.
Period.
Sip on that. Period. I need to grab my tissues for a minute. I was mad beautiful. Anyways, all to say, thank y'all for joining us on this podcast. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you took away something. And I hope you're even, thinking differently about what you want to do or how you even view, this whole idea of 2020.
Absolutely.
And, we're going to be here with y'all every step of the way, always, Stay tuned for our next upcoming segments on our podcast. Like I said, we're going to be talking about everything under the sun.
Absolutely.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Okay, Clint Eastwood.
Stay tuned. Hope y'all enjoy it. Y'all got something to look forward to, for real. And, stick with us. Best of luck to y'all, man.
Absolutely. We're super excited for this project, and we're super excited that y'all could be here with us to see it go through.
And seniors, write that paper. Just write it.
Can you stop calling us out like that?
Write it.
So targeted.
Just write it. How long you had? Just write it. That's all you gotta do. Just write it. Y'all got it. I believe in you.
Ooh.
But this is Lexi.
This is Kenny.
And thank y'all for joining in. And this has been
The Quali-Tea.